Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are working on cake number 4 of the Easter mini cakes. This is actually the rum cake topped with a little bit of Easter love on the top, but it's stuffed with protein and it's absolutely amazing. So I hope you guys do get the chance to try this recipe. And here we go. We are actually going to start with 1 egg, just like we did all the other recipes, and we're just going to crack that full egg right into the bowl. I do get a lot of questions about egg. It's something you can use instead of an egg. They do sell egg replacements in the store, so you can just go ahead and use that. They're usually on the shelf by the eggs. It's just a vegan choice for eggs. You can use those. And now I am going to grab my French vanilla Formula 1, and we're just going to put full scoop and then grab one more full scoop so that we can equal it into a full shake. And then we are going to grab our vanilla protein, because the vanilla protein is crucial in making it a full complete meal. If you're eating 2 cakes, it's 1 full meal. If you're eating 1 cake, it is a snack, or you can just be eating this cake for a healthy version of a treat for Easter. It's no big deal. So we are going to use vanilla protein to pack that on in there, and we're putting 2 scoops of that. And then we are going to get our baking powder and put 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder right in there with the products, just like you would if you were making a waffle. And then once we have that in there, we are going to grab our extract, and we are going to be using rum cake extract. You can find this in the grocery store or Amazon, and it looks just like this little box. You're going to take it out the box, and you're just going to put a 1/2 teaspoon right in there with your products. Only a 1/2 teaspoon. You don't need a lot. The extracts are very strong, and even if you're doing a shake, I would only suggest a 1/2 teaspoon, just because you don't want it to overpower everything else. So I'm going to go ahead and fill my 1/2 teaspoon and dump that right in there with the rest of the products. I know it doesn't look like a lot. If you want more, of course you can tweak the recipe and put more, but I'm only using a 1/2 teaspoon. And then I'm going to get a full tablespoon and put my 4 tablespoons of water, and I'm going to go ahead and start mixing the batter. You can use a mixer. I like to use the rubber spatula just because it's easier for me and it's less to clean up. So I'm going to go ahead and mix all of that together. You do want it to be a thick batter, not a runny batter. So I'm going to show you as I mix it all in, because it does look like at first that it needs more water, but if you just keep mixing and stirring, it's the perfect amount of water. And I do want to take a second to thank all of you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and a special shout out to everyone who has purchased my Herbalife recipe book. I appreciate all of you so very much. Over 530 people. If you guys want to purchase, check out the description to this video, and I will have all the information to purchase my recipe book. And now we're going to grab our pan, which already has the carrot cake, the Easter Reese's, the mini eggs, and now we are adding our last Easter cake recipe, which is the rum cake. And I'm going to go ahead and split the batter right down the middle, because again, 2 cakes equal 1 full shake. 1 cake is a snack, or again, they can just be a very healthy recipe for friends, family, clients, members, just a nice little treat for Easter. So we're going to go ahead and put that batter right in the pan. If you're looking for pans, I do have an Amazon storefront link in the description to this video that has all my kitchen must-haves. Go ahead and click that link. But I'm going to go ahead and make the bottom of these cakes nice and flat and even. That way when they're done baking, they will sit properly. Now, I know they look very flat and even to the pan, but when you start baking it, they are going to rise. So don't be alarmed when you take this pan out of the oven and all your cakes are rised up. It's okay. Once you flip them over, they will still sit flat with a nice little risen bottom. And of course, who doesn't like a nice fluffy cake? So it's going to fluff up and it's going to be great, so don't worry. And the best part about these cakes is it does not take long for them to bake. We're just going to go ahead and throw them in the oven at 350 degrees. So you can let that preheat while you're making the batter, and then you're only gonna have to leave them in there for 15 minutes. So while they are in there for the 15 minutes, you can go ahead and make the frosting, and I will show you how to make that now. So for the rum cake, I like to use the cheesecake sugar-free pudding mix. This is actually the Jello brand from the grocery store. It's a little blue box, and it's the sugar-free cheesecake Jello pudding mix. So I'm going to use 1 full tablespoon of cheesecake, and then I'm going to grab my protein because we do want to pack this nice little treat with some protein. So we're going to use a full tablespoon of vanilla protein, nice and sweet, added to the cheesecake. I love using cheesecake and I love using vanilla protein. If you guys haven't noticed, if you are a follower of my YouTube channel, you would have noticed that. So now I'm going to get my tablespoon and I'm going to go ahead and start adding my water to it. If you watch the other videos, you've seen this process already. So I'm gonna go ahead and just straight up add my 4 tablespoons of water because now I know that that's the consistency that I like for my frosting is 4 tablespoons. Some people like 3 tablespoons of water to where it's a thicker frosting. Some people like to use 5 tablespoons of water to where it's runny and it'll run down the sides. But on this particular recipe, I like to use 4 tablespoons of water. That way I can stuff the cake as well as still have a nice little plump icing cone looking thing right on top to make it look like a cute little cupcake on top of these mini cakes. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix it all again with my rubber spatula just because that's how I started doing it. It's just easier for me than using the mixer with the whisk and all that stuff. So I'm just going to use my rubber spatula, mix it all up in there, make sure it's a nice cream frosting texture, exactly how I like it. And now I'm going to go ahead and grab my cake. This is how it fluffs up on the bottom, and this is the bottom of it. They look so great. I just want to bite it while I watch this video. So now that I have my cakes nice and baked and cooled, make sure you cool them so your frosting don't melt all over the place, guys. I know you get anxious, but let your cakes cool. And I'm gonna go ahead and first stuff both sides of the cakes, little holes down the middle. I'm gonna stuff those with the frosting first, and that's what makes it to where when you cut them in half, it looks like that they were stuffed. So we're stuffing these bad boys right up in the middle, and then we're gonna swirl up the top and add cute little Easter sprinkles just to make it, you know, more of an Easter type theme. You can use any kind of Easter sprinkles you want. I chose the nice little cute little circles, and you'll see that as I start decorating. But I did want to finish off by, again, thank you guys so very much for liking, commenting, subscribing, turning on notifications. Thank you guys for sharing me with your Herbalife family. Thank you guys for purchasing my recipe book. That is a huge, huge sign of support. And I am so happy with all the messages that I'm getting of saying that I'm helping clubs earn more money. I'm helping people get more customers, helping people with creating their content. It just makes me so happy with all the messages that I have been receiving just from this little recipe book that I have created, and I will be adding to it for a lifetime. So you're only paying a one-time fee, and you are in this recipe book for forever and forever getting new recipes. So I hope you guys check it out. I will have the information in the description to this video. And thank you guys so much for sharing my YouTube, where everything is free and it's all for visual learners. And I am just appreciating all of the personal messages I'm getting from everyone, and that is what makes me keep going. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And now you see me adding these cute little Easter sprinkles. If you follow my YouTube, you know that I am religious on this little canister with the sprinkles for every holiday. I have it for every holiday. So this is our rum cake recipe for Easter. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you share it with everyone and you like it. And I will see all of you on the next video.